ICT, the inner circle trader, needs some help finding his track records. He is a trader of supposedly 30 years, and yet he's having a really hard time finding his track records. So, tonight we're going to help him out and showcase some of his track records and help him figure out why he can't seem to find them. I mean, where are they? Where are his track records? Well, it's more important to find where are his profitable track records. Well, that doesn't exist. We have zero profitable track records from ICT. A person who has 30-year track record should at least have a 1-year track record somewhere of profitability. That does not exist. We can't find a track record of a profitable track record of 6 months or more. The guy doesn't have one. And at the end of the day, he always talks about the Robins, Robins, Robins. We're going to give a little bit of a history. I'm not going to bore you guys tonight. I'm just going to go straight to a quick history of the Robins competition, where ICT and why ICT always talks about the Robins competition being the end all be all of all trading competitions. And of course, I've got a video out there showing why the Robins competition, in my opinion, is a fraud, because you can enter into it with multiple accounts. That's why he loves it. You can enter into it with 5, 6, 7, 8 accounts. I've got it. I called into Joe Robbins, talked to him myself, asked him if I could enter in to the Robins trading competition with 5 accounts, and he said yes. I could enter in with 5 accounts. I could do multiple accounts in a row. I could do multiple accounts at the same time. They do not care. They will only show the account of yours that gets on the leaderboard if you get on the leaderboard. So that, to me, is a fraudulent competition. That's me personally. You guys put down in the comments down below if you think that a trading competition allows you to enter in with multiple accounts, but doesn't tell people that you're in with multiple accounts and you don't get to see all the accounts. If you think that that's a legit competition, I've got a bridge to nowhere to sell you, and you are probably an ICT muppet. All right, but let's say for one instance that you did believe that the Robbins competition is still a legitimate competition, and you still think that Larry Williams is legit too. That's a bullshit. I proved that out. There's a video on that. Go to my YouTube channel and just type in Larry Williams, Vinny Emini exposed, and you'll see Larry Williams and his daughters winning the Robbins competitions is also some fraudulent bullshit too. Probably running multiple accounts under his kids' names, and it's the same old song and dance. That's what ICT is doing. That's why you always hear him talking about, oh, I'm going to run this in my nephew's account. I'm going to run this one in my Cody's son's account. I'm going to run this in Caleb's son's account. Oh, I'm going to run this in Caden's son account. You notice the pattern? Have you noticed the pattern yet? Anyhow, if you haven't, we're here to expose the truth so that you can make good decisions with your trading decisions, especially if you're going to try to follow some gurus. All right, so Robbins competition, let's start right there. All right, so to really fully understand what is going on, first thing you need to do, make sure you go and follow me over here on Twitter. This is where all of the real kind of dramatic action is going on, where all of the callouts and conversations around this trading competition are going. Follow me at real Vinny Emini, not to be, again, don't be fooled by any other accounts, at real Vinny Emini. That is me. Just started this account, so again, don't have a bunch of followers over there right now, but you guys can enhance that. Join on over there, 587. I joined on the Twitter band last week. So come on, hop in with me and click on this very first link here. I've got lots of stuff here on the entire ICT fraud network and the scam and what it is and how it works and how it operates and why you keep hearing people talking about it and shilling for it, because they can sell you signals, because the ICT fraud network works that way. It's a big glad hand, ginormous like Ponzi scheme of people selling to other people, and it depends on newbies coming into the markets getting freshly baited into the smart money concepts, which is literally the dumbest thing you can possibly do. All right, so let's talk about where we're going here. I will tell you about where we're ending. We are ending right here. If you want to skip through all this, want to know where we're going, we are doing a 90-day DemoBaller challenge against ICT. Now, why are we doing DemoBaller? Because ICT refuses to get into the Robbins trading competition, even the very one that he says, oh, come on, you got to go in the Robbins, got to go in the Robbins. So when I entered into the Robbins, and I'm going to show you guys all of the proof of that and all of the details, the account number information, the amounts, the wire transfers, all those things into the Robbins, and then he backed out. So he's not going to go into the Robbins, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm going to do a paper trading competition of 90 days. Now we'll talk about why he's doing 90 days as well, but just so you know, the end of the story is we are now in a new trading competition. We are on day number 2. I am up 13K. We'll see where ICT is here in a moment. We have a feeling he's probably going to back out of this too, but he started this 90-day challenge, so we accepted the 90-day challenge on the DemoBaller instead of the Robbins. And let's talk about a little bit of history, but this is where we're going. And we're going to figure out, wait a minute, how did we get here? I'm glad you asked. So while we are in that trading competition, you definitely want to follow me on this account because you're also going to see awesome trades like these. I'm doing my highlighted trades that were in the trading live stream that day. I am trying to turn those into Giphy images so you can come right over here. There's one there and see how those go, so you can see them very quickly, see the setup, see how they play out, etc. Lots of that's going to be posted right over there on the right on the Twitter channel, and basically fastest way to get all that. So you want to make sure you're following me over there, regardless of whether you're interested in the ICT or not. You want to see how we roll, how I trade. You want to see what I'm doing in my trades. You can see those over there on my Twitter space and see the best trades of the day right over there. So let's talk about where we're at right now in ICT backing out of the Robins officially. And yet at the same time, most recently, always calling me out saying, to Vinny Emini. Now, mind you, this is back when he was actually not scared to say my name. You'll notice he refers to me as some person and, people, and he won't say my name anymore. But back in July, when he was feeling a little hot and heavy back there, he got a little balls and he was like, he's going to say my name. Well, that was probably the biggest mistake he ever did. But he said, to Vinny Emini, bring your ass to the Robins. I'll cremate you in stunning fashion. You are scared to enter a real competition with a real trader. Bring your Mickey Mouse bullshit. It's time. And then this other stuff is, I don't know, to the people who are reselling his stuff. It doesn't matter to me. However, so he calls me out. Sounds like a challenge, does it not? You hear that? Anybody disagree with the fact that ICT has clearly called me out multiple times, not just this one. He's had others. Let's go ahead and see a few more of these. Okay, so ICT says, fun fact, real trading competitions take place when both parties are aware they're competing and third-party audited and do not perform platform shenanigans. This is why Robins is always avoided. Okay, so Robins, and here's more of his Muppets. I find it amusing, annoying that they still avoid the Robins. This explains it. Okay, well, here's me blatantly coming in saying, are you sure about that? So fine, I am signing up for the Robins. I'll take in the Robins. Doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, the Robins is a crappy competition. Sucks because their margins are terrible. You have to basically trade with 1 and 2 contracts at a time. It's a complete waste of time if you're actually trying to make money. This is simply for the gusto of going, can you trade 1 contract? That's what this whole thing is. So if you're going to spend the whole time wasting your time, here is me entering into the Robins. You guys can go check out this tweet right here. This is posted everywhere. I've got this bookmarked. If you guys want to go find this tweet right here, no problem. I'll go through it here, right here with you. There is my account number information posted right up here. Here is my information back from Chelsea Robins. There are phone numbers. You can go and verify these things. Accounts are all lined up, ready to go. Here is the secondary one where they're asking me what I'm going to be using. NinjaTrader CQG CME bundle then. Yes, that's what I'm going to be working in. My wire transfer of 50K because ICT said it had to be 50K. I don't know why you got to do 50K for single contract BS. But here is, again, I had to blank out the majority of my other stuff. I'm not going to show everybody all my other stuff going on inside of my bank accounts. This is straight from my Chase bank account and my wire transfer of 50K. I have gone and shown everything that ICT requested to show I am in the Robins. All he has to do is step. Now, where's his? The answer is it doesn't exist. He has actually officially backed out, and all of a sudden he's now saying, you got to get on the leaderboard, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's talk about this whole me getting on the leaderboard thing. Could I get on the leaderboard? Sure. But when I get on the leaderboard and I get way out on the leaderboard, then it looks like I have gotten a head start. Nobody is playing this stupid game where, let's say that I said this to you. You get in trading competition with me, you get ahead, you get yourself 2 months ahead of me, and then, let's say that I can't catch up with you for some reason at the end of the year. Guess what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, I guess I shouldn't have given you a head start. Well, you're lucky I gave you a head start, right? This is a con man's game right here. This is the trick. This is always the sleight of hand of this little masterful con artist. That's what he's good at. He is good at conning people. He is a manipulator. He is a maniacal, psychopathic. He is addicted to pain pills. He has mental problems. I can't even begin to go, all the different directions that he is, but it does not cause you to lie. Okay, that's a choice on his own for him to constantly lie about who he is and what he does and what he can do. All right, so I have entered into the Robins and he is officially backed out. That is why we are now in this paper trading competition. For those of you guys who are saying, why are you in this paper competition? I am literally coming out here to expose ICT because he attacked my family. He went after my children. He went after my wife. And I told him that was the biggest mistake of his life. You get me? Do not come after my wife. Do not come after my kids, or I will come after you. Period. Simple. Now, I don't do it the same way that you do it to me. I'm not going to come after and attack your family. I'm not going to come after and attack your BS personally. No. You are a fraud to begin with, which is the only reason he came at me to begin with, because I went out there, I made 2 videos. That's all it was going to be. Maybe a 3rd video, maybe 3 videos to expose the fraud that ICT was. Like I do, I expose frauds. That's what I do. I took down Macro Hedge a while back. We took out Dr. Hanley, we took out Oates to a Million, Michael Oates. You guys remember those guys? Seems like there was one other in there. Cardinal Cash. Again, quite a few. I'm missing some. You guys, Shalom Benzev, Jigsaw, Futures.io. I could go on. So I did the usual thing, expose ICT, but ICT has his little thug group over there of misfits who pat each other on the back and continuously resell these ICT repackaged BS that are financially incentivized to continue on their fraud. And so they think it's appropriate when ICT just points at somebody and goes, go get him. All right, ICT sends his dogs at me. That's a mistake. So that's what he does. He shuts people down. People are always like, well, Vinny, other people have exposed him in the past if this happened. No, it is documented, well documented, that other traders who have exposed ICT in the past get assaulted, literally, physically, and mentally assaulted online and in person. They bring threats of violence on you. This has got to stop. Again, I have involved the police. I have involved the FBI. And we are going to end this entire thing. And I'm exposing him to the public so that you know what this whole little group of thugs is. Stay away from the entire ICT fraud network. You keep saying, oh, they're promoting each other, and I see good things about them all the time. Yes, they're all financially incentivized to continue to spin the narrative. But if you actually follow the track, follow the lead, and go see if that person that you've seen on Instagram, go look, and it's that same person is behind 4 or 5 accounts. They sock puppet really well with multiple accounts, and they continuously glad hand each other. This is their whole operation. It's how the whole thing works. Anyhow, I'm not going to get into a deep dive of that here tonight. Let's focus in on where we're at in this trading competition right now, because there's an entire playlist of all the things that I've just kind of touched on right now over there on my YouTube channel. I've got over 150 videos now exposing all the different areas and ways and the fraudulent things that ICT has said, done, etc. on my YouTube channel. So you can go check those out yourself. Let's focus in on where we're at here in the trading competition. So ICT has backed out of the Robins. So now we're in this paper trading competition. Let's look. Oh yeah, so while I'm scrolling through this feed here, you do need to touch note, if you are brand new with us and have never seen this stuff before, ICT has blown his account in the Robins 4 separate times as well. 2017, 2018, 2019, I think it's 2020, or it might have been 2016, I can't remember which the first year was, but there was 4 separate occasions, ICT blowing it out, confirmed by Joel Robbins himself, with me making phone calls into them, and all of his records on Twitter where he's saying, I'm in the Robins, I'm doing this, all that stuff. But he deletes his Twitter accounts. I'm like, oh, his Twitter account's huge. Yeah, he restarted it again last year. Go watch his other 3 Twitter accounts that he's deleted. He comes in, he says a bunch of stuff, then he deletes it, thinks it can go away. That way the SEC can't catch him on stuff. That's why we're bringing him to court. We're bringing the class action lawsuit to have his Twitter accounts restored and show all the fraudulent things that ICT has said. And based on those fraudulent statements, people signed up for his $2,300 per year mentorship, and he's going to be returning that money to each of those students. So if you were one of those students that was defrauded by ICT and you would like your money back, all you have to do is join our class action lawsuit, join into our Discord channel chat, contact me, and I'll show you how to get signed up into the class action lawsuit. So here's where he was faking the withdrawal. He was like, oh, look at me, I made $5 million in 3 months, and look, I prove it to you by doing this withdrawal. And then he forgot to Photoshop in the little negative sign on his withdrawal, and that's how, again, further proof of him being a fraud. Oops, got wrecked. Okay, here's his real trading capital. Why I said at the very beginning, we've never seen any profitable track records, but we do have track records of ICT losing 97%. Multiple times of him blowing out his account in 90 days or less. This is what you are going to be dealing with if you're dealing with ICT. You will also probably blow your account in 90 days or less with ICT. Careful of that. So let's bring it all the way back to the trading competition where we are right now. So why is ICT suggesting we do a 90-day paper trading competition? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I exposed him, according to his own family members, they have verified that ICT sits here. See these 2 little Surface Pros right here? This is how ICT works and operates. He presses record on Camtasia and records across all these devices. And I say devices because it's not just laptops. He doesn't just do it on laptops. He also has it on his phones. You'll ever notice sometimes it's from phone, sometimes it's from a laptop. Whichever one of those has a big trade that day, that recording goes to you. He puts a little music on it, fast forwards it so you don't pay attention too closely to it, and you don't start asking or thinking about, I wonder if I can see the paper trading history on that account. That is because he's hopping between. Each one of these has its own account. Each one of these little devices has its own account. Ding, 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 ding. And so if all those are recording, and he can just reset the ones that don't work out right. So when I called him out and said, you need to show a 90-day, just ask him for a 90-day track record on those paper trade accounts. I will show you where we did that. All right, so head over here to my YouTube channel. Oh, I almost forgot about the Rocket Scooter fraud. Oh man, that was a big one. Day Trader Paradise and Rocket Scooter. All right, legendary fake guru scammer right there. That guy is a turd. Be careful of him. But yes, him also. So right around that same time, we talked about the 90-day track record right here of ICT. Whoops, it's off screen there. 90-day track record. This is the video that really put things over the edge. So right here, go and look for this video. Looks like this right here, 90-day track record of ICT. And inside of this video, I basically go, so here's an example of ICT doing one of his little fast forward videos with all the music and all the kind of whatnot to kind of distract you what's going on. You start to see things a little bit more clearly. And what I said in this video was, all you got to do then, if you want to prove and you guys think that ICT is not hopping between laptops when it's already been fully confirmed, mind you, I have sent private investigators. I have talked to his eldest son. Now his other one wouldn't contact me, wouldn't call me back, but I have spoken to Cody. If you guys want to go and get any reference from that, these guys will confirm for you. And when I take him to court, it will all be proven out. I'm sick of this. He's calling me a liar. You're not going to call me a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire, my friend. We are going to call you out. We're going to bring you to court and you can say it there and your family members can lie for you if you want. Doesn't matter to me because we can go and check with TradingView. We will simply subpoena the records at TradingView, and you guys will all see how many times this guy resets his account on his TradingView accounts, and it will prove me exactly right. Precisely what I told you was happening is exactly what is happening. Done. Finished. Now, so instead of ICT going and just going, oh, here, guys, I can prove it to you. Here, okay, sure, Vinny, I'll show you my trading history. He could easily come right down here. You guys know how the trading history works on your paper trading accounts on TradingView. You could go down there and show the track record history on it now, couldn't you? If he had 90 days of that, he could just do that. Again, or 30, whatever. Where is it? He's never showing the history. Why is that? I'll tell you exactly why. Because he has to do what I just told you, hopping between laptops, hopping between accounts. This is why he won't show it. So what has he said most recently? He put out a tweet. Instead of doing Robins, he backed out of the Robins after I showed the 50K account, instead of him putting up 50K and going and saying, okay, cool, you took me up on it. Let's go, Vinny. No, instead, he's like, I'm going to start a paper account. 90-day challenge for myself. Day 1 of 90. Now, let's talk about day 1 of 90. What does that mean? Oh, while I'm scrolling down here to find that tweet from ICT where he says he's going to start his day 1 of 90, I almost missed this one. This was so good. Remember when he did that whole like run around his house thing, show his Corvettes and whatnot, and pulls out his paperwork? Yeah, he tried to put his finger over it, but we paused the video in just the right location. And as he's doing this, what you'll see is remember when he said, I paid cash for these vets. No. No, he didn't. Registered owners. That is A-Car Leasing of Maryland. Now, how do I know it's A-Car? Because I pulled the MVU records via my private investigators, sending over to my legal team. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, all those cars that he's talking about saying that I paid cash. Now, why would he say that? Why does it matter if you lease or cash? I don't care. In fact, it really doesn't matter. If you leased them, you leased them. But when you're going out there telling people that I paid cash because you're trying to flash the cash, this is the whole point. This ICT Muppets fall for this kind of stuff. Don't be a Muppet. Stop falling for it. This is the same old trick, same song and dance. This guy is not paying cash for these cars. He's leasing them, lease to fleece. And he's fleecing you, if you believe him. Stay. All right, let's go. Oh, look at that beautiful cherry picker right there. I love that one. Okay, keep going. Seriously, Vinny. Get to it. Let's go. But I can't. There's just too many good ones of ICT's cherry picking laptops and accounts. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. Okay, for real. We're getting there. Here's the Robins with them literally saying entrants may enter in with more than one account in the trading competition. It's in their disclaimer. All trading accounts may be controlled by a given competitor and they may not be shown. So there it is in the Robins deal. I promise you, I'm getting to it. I'm just trying to scroll down to find the gem where ICT is saying now he's going to do day 1 of 90 on his paper trading account. All right, I found it. So if you ever want to search for something that somebody said, you just basically do their at symbol and then whatever word you're looking for. So all I did was in the ICT at space 90. Okay, and so yeah, you can find, what did ICT ever say this? Go look at all the stuff ICT said about the Robins. You can find lots of cool stuff there on Twitter, or there is a website out there, I forget what it's called, like Wayback Machine. Somebody put it down in the comments, the one where you can go find everybody's old tweets, all that kind of stuff. All right, so I am ICT 90, and there it is. Day 1 of 90, starting up his little trading competition account here. So now, mind you, let's talk about this. He even starts out cherry picking on day 1. How do we know this? How do you know he cherry picked, Vinny? I'll tell you why. Okay, so he didn't say ahead of time, number one. He didn't say ahead of time, okay, I'm starting a trading competition on a Monday, or I'm starting a trading competition on a Friday. What he does is he waits until he cherry picks a big trade on a Friday, okay? He didn't say, okay, I'm starting one today. What? No, in fact, on a Wednesday, he said he was done for the week. Okay, so let's follow through with this. Okay, let me diagram this because this gets a little bit complicated, and this is where the Muppets tend to get lost. Okay, so let's look at here's a week right here. Let me get my little line here. So if this is the week, okay, here, and we got Monday. Here we got a Wednesday, and here we have Friday. So on Wednesday, this guy's like, oh man, I'm beat. Mind you, he has some, he finally gets a great call on a Wednesday. He's like, oh, there we go. I nailed it. So he's like, guys, I'm tired. Just, I'm done for the week. I'm done for the week. 1 hour later. Okay, 144 tweets in a single hour, not in a day, in an hour. Okay, on Thursday. Okay. Come Friday, all of a sudden, now mind you, these are not like trades on Thursday, okay? But all of a sudden, Friday, he's like, oh, look at me. Oh, I got a big one. He traded one direction, one laptop in one direction, one laptop in the other direction, gets a big money winner, hits a 9%. Now, mind you, 9% on what amount? On a 100K sim account. Reset, because this thing goes right to 109, right? He didn't use his paper account from before. He resets his account on a Friday, gets it, and he's up 9%. So he's at 109K. Follow so far. Now, do you find that that's coincidence that he happened to get 9K that day? Well, it only is coincidental if you realize that that's what I did in my live stream on Friday. Live streamed in front of everyone, 9K that day, and he just happens to get his to 9K. Oh, now I'm going to start my day 1 of 90. I'm up 9%. Okay. Now, couldn't he have just sat there and done what he usually does? 2 laptops. Oh, hit the big one. Okay, cool. This is the one. This is the one, right? If you got two laptops, let's draw this out. You got see how I draw a laptop. I do it like this, maybe. Terrible drawings. Okay, here's my laptop. Here's my key. Okay, so you got laptop 1, laptop 2. I'll save you the drawing. Okay, but you got laptop 1, laptop 2 next to each other. Okay. This is account 105. This is account 107 over here. Okay, and this one's going short. This one's going long. And on Friday happened to be big mover day. So okay, oh yeah, no, I got me a big trade. Okay, 9%. Okay, whichever one, doesn't matter. Okay, so he's like, okay, that's my one. Okay, this one right here. Okay, so this is gonna be my trading account. Okay, so fine. He starts out with some big one on a Friday. Doesn't tell me he's going to start a trading competition. He's just like, oh god, yeah, go, fine, dude. Doesn't matter to me. If he's going to trade paper, easy. Versus ALGOBOX, let's go, bro. Let's go. All right, so for me to get tied up, here's what we do. Okay, so that was on Friday. Today is Monday. So I'm going to get you guys caught up on why are we calling today day number 2? Well, it's because ICT claims right here, January 20th, Friday, January 20th, he claims the beginning of this trading competition. He doesn't tell me ahead of time. He doesn't tell everybody he's going to start it. He does it right here, day 1 of 90. Now, he is answering my call to ask for 90 days of historical data on his paper trading account, unredacted, logged in, scroll down, doesn't matter the account number, right? He can show account numbers and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because you can show the full account history on this account. Why? Because again, it doesn't matter. It's just paper account, right? So he should have zero excuse. So he's walked right into this. This is fantastic. You guys are going to see how terrible his stats actually are. I applaud him for stepping up and giving us his transparency. But you're like, wait a minute, where's Vinny? We know ICT. We know. We have followed this guy for years. We know this guy's going to come with something, right? He's not going to follow through, and he won't. I will tell you this. I will bet you $1,000. Who wants to take me up on this bet? He will not do 90 days. He will blow out before that. He will close out before that. He will not show you that because he cannot afford to do that, because he would lose his entire audience, and he cannot afford to do that because that's all he makes money on. He cannot make money trading. He is going to fake this, okay? But we'll wait. We're going to watch. We will be the waiting, watching eyes. We are the market historians. That is who I am. I am Vinny Emini, the market historian. I am here to bring you the history of ICT and all the other fraud networks so that you can know the truth, that you can make a good decision when it comes to trading. So day 1 of 90 was started by him. Everybody follow this. If there's anybody who's lost on this, any questions on this, put it down in the comments down below. I will try to answer that. Now, so we go into day number 2. Let's find out where we're at in the trading competition. Let me show you where we're at in the trading competition right now. Okay, so if you're new with us, you might be confused. I've got two primary channels. We got the ALGOBOX channel, and then the one that you're on right here, right now, today. This is the Vinny Emini, the Market Historian YouTube channel right now, not to be confused with the ALGOBOX Pro Trading Tools channel. That is this one, newer channel. It started up last year for this to be purely about trading, purely about our tools, and purely about settings and all that kind of stuff. Drama-free, no conversations around, external parties, etc. This is just all about ALGOBOX. So if you are interested in me, in my personal competitions and whatnot, my personal things that I get to come over here and do on my Vinny Emini channel, you can follow me over there. Although I think you're going to get a lot of fun out of both of them. But if you want to get the serious channel, that is this one over here, ALGOBOX Pro Trading Tools. This is where we are live streaming our trading over here. We have done this for months, but all of a sudden you'll notice we've got a new little thumbnail over here. So you're going to want to follow these if you want to follow through on the ICT 90-day trading championship, the DemoBaller, because I am also now trading sim. Because look, the guy wants to trade sim. All right, fine. You know what? The market is controlled by two things: fear and greed, right? So you take away the fear component because it's sim, and all I get to do is focus on greed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is going to be an absolute wipeout, blowout against ICT, guaranteed. Like, I will 10x easily whatever profits this guy does. And mind you, he wants to do 100K. So let's talk about, where he's starting. Okay, where he wants us to start. 100K paper trading account. Cool. So started that up today, ran it, did the same thing he did, ran up an account over the 9K, and then after that, now I traded my own. So from 9K to 13K, there's my 4K. It's kind of my usual deal, 4K in a day. I'm hoping to push that. I'm trying to push 6 to 8K a day. It's a nice little challenge for myself as I am upping the numbers. And of course, I don't have to worry about fills. I don't have to worry about stop hunting because I'm trading sim. So, this is how ICT lives his life. He is the paper boy. So maybe the paper boy can beat ALGOBOX. I don't know. What do you say? You think ICT, the paper boy, can beat the Vinny Emini with his ALGOBOX? This is like pie with his spinach. Now listen, me without my spinach, yeah, man. I'm just like any other trader, okay? But with ALGOBOX, Flowmaster Audio Box tools, Flowmaster Alpha Omega crosses. Oh my goodness, bubbles? Are you kidding me? And now we have the Enigma. Oh my, yes. So we're going to put our tools against the ICT, I am the algo, and the guy who pretends that he's got some secretive algo called the Enigma that he gives to his children. Well, folks, I got some bad news. Again, we sent the private investigators to find out. ICT had claimed that he used to trade 1,000 lots on the SPOOs. That was false. He claimed that he ran a hedge fund in Baltimore, Maryland. That was false. He claimed that he had purchased his children $500,000 houses. That turned out to be false. Not only was it not false, we found his children in their 20s, the ones who are in their 20s. I'm talking about his underage children. I'm talking about his 20-year-old sons live in trailer parks and squalor in extremely dangerous neighborhoods. That does not sound like the ICT who buying my children houses, etc., is known for. And when he says he bought them cars for cash, come to find out it's leased, and he puts them in their name and he just co-signs for them. Folks, we found out a lot of details. Again, I really don't care how people live. I don't care all that stuff. I just don't want you lying about it to try to push your BS. I don't know. You agree with me? You don't agree with me? You do? Drop in the comments. Love or hate me. Smash that like button or punch the down button. Make sure you subscribe and notify though, because this thing is about to get spicy. I'm out.